Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Quratul Ain binti Misar. My number metric is 2020-495052 and I am from class 81105G. In this presentation, I will present my industrial training at MARDI Serdang. MARDI is Malaysian Agricultural Research and Development. I have been placed at Pusat Penyelidikan Horticulture at Ibu Pejabat MARDI, Persara MARDI UPM 43400 Serdang, Selangor. Division of the MARDI is to be world-renowned R&D organization in food agriculture and bio-based industry by 2015. Next, the mission of the MARDI is to generate and transfer knowledge, competencies, and technical services to support the transformation of the national agriculture and agro-based industry towards competitive, innovative, and commercialized sector. As you can see, this is the organizational chart of MARDI. MARDI is a statutory body that has been mandated to conduct research in agriculture, food, and agro-based industry. MARDI's research endeavor for almost 40 years had fruitfully generated many crops varieties and clones, animal breeds, and management practices. Next, this is the summary of tasks that I've done in 6 weeks, which is in week 1, I've done many practices such as breeding, planting multi-species, and store clearing. In week 2, I've done land clearing and community camping. Week 3, I'm doing the easy grow pit block and harvesting. Next, in week 4, I've done fertilizing practices and propagations. Week 5, I do the germination and root scaling. In the last week, which is week 6, I have done harvesting lettuce and branding it. Alright, let's talk about 5 main activities. Activity 1 is planting multi-species. The objective of the activity is to increase plant species diversity and to become proficient at planting multi-species. The list of the equipment and material are containers, fork shovel, wooden float, sand, multi-species seed, and cipotox. The procedure of planting multi-species is, firstly, I will take the 40 handfuls of sand and put the multi-species seed into the container. Mix them well for ensuring the constant presence of seeds. Then I will scatter the mixture over the media that is above of geotextile fabric. Geotextile fabric is to make transplanting activities easier. Spread the seed by using the fork shovel to make sure the seed evenly. The media needs to compress using a wooden float so that the seed will attach to the media nicely. Last, I will pour the molluscicide, which is cipotox, around the planting area. There is no cost involved in this activity. The outcome of the activity is a cipotox is a molluscicide for the control of slugs and snails, which are always found attacking plants by poisoning their stomach. Formulation of cipotox is granule. Active ingredient is methaldehyde. Next is activity 2 is community campaign. The objective of the activity is to develop communication skills with the community and to know about the fertigation plant site. List of equipment that use is a dripper set, candle, and scissors. This community campaign needs to meet new people and need to interact with them. The procedure is need to insert the pen dripper into the tube and the nipples. One of the villagers teach how to insert the pen easier, which must hit. Make a hole for each 1 feet of polybag to insert the dripper set by using a puncher. There is no cost involved in this activity. The outcome of this activity is knowledge about fertigation. Fertigation is fertilizer tank that is integrated into the irrigation system. Is used to distribute water-soluble nutrients to fruit trees in this. Then activity 3 is about easy grow peat block. The objective is to increase the porosity of the potting mix and to increase water holding capacity. The equipment needed in this activity is a container, scoop, and peat block stem. Meanwhile, the materials needed are peat moss and shallot seed. This easy grow peat block is done by mixing the medium with water until the medium is moist and mixed well. Next, need to be pressed the stem on top of the media till it forms into cubes and place the peat block in a large container. After that, put the shallot seed in each hole and leave it for a few days. Last but not least, this is the most important things after doing the works is clean up their working place to look neat. Easy grow peat block is a compressed media that has been formed into a cube. The media are from peat moss, cocoa peat, and slowly released fertilizer. The process of easy grow, higher quality seedlings, optimal use of space, and cost effective. Now, let's see activity 4 and activity 5. In activity 4, I have done the root scanning. It is to obtain quantitative data on various root traits accurately. Root scanner, container, personal computer, and various types of roots are needed in these activities. Root scanning is done by putting the roots in the container on the root scanner that contains water. After that, dissolve the roots to observe the length and surface area of the roots. Scan it on the computer and crop the scanned image according to the shape of the roots and save it to the files. Change the water if the water already has dirt. Root scanning is to measure the total root length and the average diameter of roots, the total surface area of the roots, and the total root volume. The last activity that I can summarize in 6 weeks of industrial training is harvesting lettuce and branding. It is to harvest the matured lettuce for marketing and branding. Equipment needed is a container, scissors, and a water absorber. This activity has been done by harvesting the matured lettuce and put into the container. For the packaging process, put the water absorber into each plastic container. Remove the burnt leaf to produce good packaging for marketing. It needs to be done to look the lettuce fresh. Cut the roots that attach with a sponge using scissors. Because growing lettuce uses the hydroponic method, there is no use of soil. Lastly, paste the sticker on the plastic container for branding the product. There is no cost involved. The outcome of the activity about plant factory. Plant factory is a factory that introduces a closed manufacturing system that is constantly monitored, doesn't use any natural sunlight, and only use the LED lighting. Using the hydroponic system for planting. Plant factory is free from fungicide and pesticides, so the plant in plant factory mostly very fresh and high quality. So, the conclusion of this is all parties concerned in advancing the development of the country to find industrial training to be of a great value. Industrial training is necessary to tackle the challenges presented by the academic curriculum and the job. This will help students acquire the abilities and competencies required to be accessible. You can obtain industrial experience as a student at the industrial training facility while simultaneously becoming accustomed to the actual working setting. I have experienced and gone through a lot in terms of information, experience and exposure. I now feel more confident to take on new challenges in life thanks all my findings. The practice serves as an introduction to my learned theory or field work. This is undoubtedly a vision of knowledge and charity, one in which the knowledge I have acquired will be lost without application, and to which I will be unable to contribute if I do not participate in this industrial training. Next, the recommendation as we achieve industrial training in the actual area, we should first be more effective in our interaction with those already working in the industry. We must also comprehend the aims and goals of the industrial sector. During the 6 weeks of training, I learned a ton of new information. Nowadays, few industries offer short-term internship to students. This is because the industry is unable to teach people what employment means soon. The lack of time makes it impossible to do many tasks. We were unable to visit other units to obtain more experience or take part in many events as a result. However, the 6 weeks period is a short one, and the employer only provides a little amount of exposure. It will be impossible to discuss the actual industry activity in depth. As a result, industrial training needs to be expanded so that the students can experience more, as the field of agriculture calls for more experience, which is necessary for a real job. If students are unable to acquire a lot of experience throughout industrial training, their chances of finding employment will be limited. Alright, that's all from me about my industrial training, and I would like to take this opportunity to express my special thanks for this industrial training, which has allowed me to gain new knowledge about the workplace. I received a chance to learn and advance my career through the internship. So, thank you and bye bye.